Can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the mother. You know how we do it.
All right, there we go. And a pleasant good morning to you, coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Monday, July 21st. Heading into the stretch of summer here and get ready for our big sports betting season, but we still got Major League Baseball to cover here today. Thank you for joining me, everybody, here on the show. Just a light schedule of sports, full a complement of baseball action, but we got some other sports to talk about as well. We'll get what's on your mind today here as we head into the action this week, and WNBA resuming tomorrow as well. And we had some exciting action over the weekend, didn't we? With well, it was exciting, but we had the golf with Scottie Scheffler dominating at the Open Championship at Royal Portrush. He wins the Claret Jug with a stellar final round, and champion golfer of the year for Scottie, as he's able to get it done there at Royal Portrush and win that major title once again. Well, that was ironic that he first four majors for Scottie came in the same 1,100 and some odd days that Tiger won his first four majors, although Tiger was about 5 years younger. Still a good feat there for Scottie to win. Hopefully you were on a winning ticket in golf this weekend. We say hello to some folks in the chat. We'll get the show underway here. Really appreciate everyone joining me here today. And Twisted was involved in some Asian baseball this morning. And Zach is here as well. AOD, thank you for being here on the Morning Steam. Thank you to the chat all-stars showing up today. Nick Handy is here. He likes the O's. He likes the Marlins today. Andrew K is still here for us today with some picks as well. Thank you, Andrew. That's our first go-round of the chat room here. Remember, make sure you chat, everyone. You can maybe win my picks today. That's how we're doing it now. And giving away some free subscriptions over at Winnable. You get a full month if you win the giveaway. So hopefully you're interested, or at least want to see what I have to offer if you're not already a subscriber. If you win and you're already a subscriber, hey, I'll just tack it on to the end. But all you have to do is comment. You'll be eligible for the drawing at the end of the show. And, well, they win Ramon's picks. Remember, win Ben Stein's money? Maybe we'll win money together. Let's take a look. Harrison, there's our winner from yesterday. Harrison, you won yesterday. And I don't know if you were interested in my premium picks, but, hey, you got a free month subscription. Just hit me up however we can do it. I'll find you. You find me. Whatever. Nice to see you, Harrison. You won the drawing at the end of the chat. We flashed your name on the screen and everything. Put some confetti around you. So it's up to you, but I really appreciate you being a member of the Chat All-Stars. That's the most important. to review the action from yesterday in baseball and get ready for today's card here as well. I didn't do anything in overnight. I caught up on some rest. I hope that's okay with everyone. I did bring home a super high roller winner in tennis overnight with Alicia Parks, a winner there. Twisted is here today as well. Look at these. I'm not telling Twisted. We don't see him too often. It's good to see Twisted back here again with the chat All-Stars. And look at these teams he's got today. The A's, the Marlins, the Royals, and the Rockies. Wouldn't that be a Final Four that would piss off the television executives if these teams ever got good one day? Those are his picks. So today, yeah, Harrison, you're in, man. A month of my picks. And I'll find you. You find me. I'll just give you a little code. You do got to sign up for the picks over there at winnable.com, but give you a promo code that makes it free. And we'll get together on that. You can find me on X. Find you anywhere. I'll give you the code right here. I mean, nobody else can use the code. I'll just zip them on out of there. Stop Geo here today as well. Nice to see you, Stop Geo. I'll fire up the old YouTube over here and see who wins the what do they call it nowadays? Chat contest there. See who the best chatter is. I don't know if it knows who the best one is. I don't know. It feels like it does. All right, there we go. Set me up here for a great day. Oh, my goodness. Got some technical issues here. That's what happens on a Monday. There we go. All right, let's cover some of the action from yesterday's card here and try to find the winners that we had. We did have some winners here on the show yesterday, like the San Francisco Giants and Toronto Blue Jays game to go over yesterday. That was our winner here on the show. We did have the over in that one, but I also had a high roller premium over at Tony's Picks in that game yesterday with the Toronto Blue Jays. They were able to get it done 8-6, beating up on Robbie Ray there yesterday. We also had a winner here on the show with the Orioles and the Rays game to go under. It did stay under as the Orioles got the 5-3 win on the road. Also had a premium winner over at Tony's Picks with the Padres as they beat up on the Nationals yesterday, 8-1. Easy winner for my Padres. And another high roller premium over at Tony's yesterday with the Angels and the Phillies game to go over. After they sorted out the rain a little bit, the Angels win it 8-2. We did have the Angels here on the show as well yesterday with our morning steam selection. So hopefully you guys were winning some of those early games. We had the Yankees as our premium winner here with our sports money premiums yesterday with Stroman on the mound, a 4-2 win over Atlanta. We also had a winner on the show yesterday with the White Sox and Savali over the Pirates in a 7-2 victory. I had a premium pick winner yesterday with the Reds and the Mets game to go under in that 3-2 Mets win yesterday. Also, winner here on the show with Minnesota and Colorado under in the 7-1 victory for the Twins yesterday. Also brought a winner here on the Morning Steam Show with Arizona with Merrill Kelly on the mound, a 5-3 win over St. Louis there yesterday. And we had the Brewers once again. We had them in that sweep. We took them all 3 games. The Brewers over the Dodgers. That's how you get it done. Taking some dogs there yesterday. We had the Brewers over the Dodgers. How about that? And late Sunday night game with Detroit and Texas. We had the under, even with that pitching change to Jacob Latz. We said go under on the morning show. Despite that pitching change in a well-pitched ball game, 2-1 yesterday. Also did have a premium pick winner here with Hamilton and Ottawa game to go under in the Canadian Football League yesterday, and we gave out Hamilton on the show yesterday as our pick. And our Toronto team didn't make it to the NBA Summer League Finals, where we did see the final there of the Summer League yesterday with Charlotte winning it 83-78. That was it, man. That was sports. Well, there was some other great action yesterday on the Sunday headlines as well, but mostly it was the golf tournament. There was uh, auto racing, obviously, there yesterday. Yeah, we're able to stick through the rain there a little bit. Man, that was uh, the rain came in, but it was Denny Hamlin holding off Chase Briscoe in double overtime. That's what they said. That's what it said on the screen. And who had it? None other than MMA Jeff. He had the winner with his winnable package yesterday. So hopefully you're on with Jeff at that 5-1 price yesterday with Denny Hamlin. Great job by MMA Jeff bringing home the winner yesterday. And you get his picks over at winnable.com. Show you the promo here in just a moment. Here we go. Get back to the screen. Hey, you can get my picks. You can get Mikey's picks. You can get Jeff's picks over at winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off my premium pick selections over there and the picks from our other crew members over at winnable.com. That's how we distribute our extra content information to you. And when you subscribe to our picks over at winnable.com, you get a steady stream of winners to your phone. Got some free picks as well. Check it out over at winnable.com/Ramon. And this is how we're doing it here on the Sports Money Network moving forward. So check us out and pick up the winners from the Sports Money crew. All right, let's move back here and see what we got going for the show today. We'll just get right into it, shall we? With our MLB action here on a Monday. We're all night card here tonight, but not a lot of other sports. So there is some tennis action going on too right now. And hey, they've also moved over to the States and playing in Washington, D.C. this week. I'll wait till maybe the second round to move into action here, at least with the premiums with my sports money plays. But we'll be ready to go here in the days to come with a little more tennis. Trying to stay hot here, but we're moving to the summer part of the season. We'll be in New York before you know it for the U.S. Open. You know what that means? That means football too when we get into that part of the year. All right, and I think I was looking for some other headlines today, but let's just get into it. We'll see what happens here along the show. I know a lot of people talking about Marcus Rashford and his move to Barcelona. Let's see who else is in the chat today. Thank you, Twisted. Really appreciate you. God bless you and your family. I've been in that position before as well with my mother many years ago. So you're doing a great job there. Just know that. And Fernando, good morning and hello as well. And Zach Hatton's ready for some hardcourt action here as well. All right, let's get into the baseball for today. I don't want to keep you for too long here, but it should be a pretty good day of action, especially with my Padres leading off the coverage here today with Randy Vasquez on the mound here going up against Yuri Perez in this one. Hey, I'm a supporter of Vasquez here a little bit for sure, but let's take a look at some of the numbers here with these clubs for the Padres coming in here with Vasquez, a 3.8 ERA coming in to this one. He's got 1.39 whip and a 242 batting average against. A 248 BABIP shows that Vasquez does a pretty good job. He's just 3-4 currently on the season, up against Perez here, who is 3-2 with a 3.18 ERA, 0.91 whip, 168 batting average against, and a 217 BABIP, as Perez has looked extremely good here so far since returning to the rotation. Just 7 starts so far, but still you do have a Marlins team coming in 6 games under 500. The Padres, of course, are 9 games above 500. So maybe the Marlins here favored because of the uh, ability of Perez here, possibly against the Padres. Let me adjust this total too. Little steam coming in right now. Let me get that to you as well. Minnesota is getting steamed in their game against the Dodgers today. It's going to go. It might get south of $2 for the Dodgers. They were a 220 favorite, but we're seeing the Dodgers here all the way down right now. We do know that we'll see about now. Mookie, I said yesterday, Mookie was out. You know what? I think by game time he ended up in the lineup. But the Dodgers right now, as high as a 220 favorite overnight, are down to $1.70 right now at circa $1.65 at Bet Online. It makes me think that there may be some injury details or lineup changes maybe to come for the Dodgers. That is a significant move here for sure. Call it $1.75 in general, but pretty big move here on Minnesota, worth noting. All right, we're talking, though, Padres baseball here against Miami. Today, the widely reported steam did come in on the over. That's what we got to adjust on the markets here. Had 8 over 20 listed overnight, but it's clearly 8.5 under now. Maybe even under 15 here at this point, as the total has gone higher here with the Padres and the Marlins today. We can get your picks, but I'll cover a few trends and statistics for the two teams regarding today's matchup, and then we'll get your picks from the chat all-stars. Well, see if I agree. For the Marlins here, they come in having won for their last 5 games overall. They have lost 7 of their last 10 to San Diego, including 5 of the last 7 games here at home. Miami's gone under in 11 of their last 14 games at home, although this series has been a bit of an over series. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Miami have gone over, and 4 of the last 5 games overall have gone over as well. For the Twins here, Twins come in having for the Marlins here. The Marlins come in here having won 4 of their last 5 games overall as well. Into this one, Miami's gone under in 11 of their last 14 games at home. Let's go to the chat, though, right now and see what you have. Padres, an underdog here, maybe the better team, but Yuri Perez has looked very, very solid. So let's go see what you've got from the chat all-stars. And Goops, there it is. He likes the Marlins. Goops is on the Marlins here, and Andrew likes the Marlins as well. That's it from the chat all-stars here. I don't know if I can take the Marlins as a favorite here against this Padres team. Miami kind of has sometimes been a bit of a problem for the Padres, but not right now. They're kind of doing the job here a little bit. So I got to take the Padres as an underdog here. I respect what Perez has done. And, hey, hopefully this is the Yuri Perez that we're going to get here moving forward, right? I mean, this is the guy that we expected. Now that he's back, it's looking pretty solid here. But I'm going to have to go again. I feel like pro bettors are probably going to want to take the Marlins here, but I can't take them as a favorite, you guys. I'm going to have to take the Padres in this one. All right, not much from the chat all-stars. Not a great game there, I guess, is what folks are thinking. So let's move on to the next one, where we have the Orioles taking on the Guardians today with Sugano here on the mound for the Orioles. Sugano comes in here with some pretty decent numbers. He's done a pretty good job, obviously, so far this season. 4.44 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, but a 272 batting average against and a 277 BABIP, 7-5 record. And the Orioles are 11-7 with Sugano, so he keeps them in the games. I don't think the stats are crushing, obviously, but for Tanner Bybee here, comes in with a 5-9 record. The Guardians are 9-10 with Bybee on the mound. He is a favorite here, about $1.35, maybe down to $1.30 or so, and the total is 8/20 here in this one. For Bybee comes in with a 4.29 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 248 batting average against, and a 282 BABIP here in this one. Got Guardians here, obviously, right now. They're trying to chased down like everybody is in the Central, but at least they're the team in second place right now, 10.5 games back of the Tigers. And for the O's here, we know they're sitting well clear of the rest of the teams in last place in the American League East. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here, maybe a little bit for these two teams today in the matchup between the Orioles and the Guardians. And you get your picks in there as well. Okay, for the Guardians here, they have won 4 of their last 5 games coming in, although they have lost 8 of their last 10 at home. They've had their way pretty much with the Orioles here. 17 of the last 25 games at home have been won by the Guardians, although they have lost 4 of the last 6. Cleveland has actually lost 4 of the last 5 games overall against the Guardians. Cleveland's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall and 4 of their last 5 games at home. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over here in Cleveland, and 5 of the last 7 overall have gone over. For the Orioles, they've lost 4 of their last 5 coming in, although they've won 4 of their last 6 on the road. Orioles have gone under in 6 of their last 8 and also under in 18 of their last 24 games on the road. Let's go to the chat. The widely reported steam has come in on the under here, but that was a little bit early last night, so that we are sitting here at 8/20. Let's go to the chat and see what you have in this one with the Orioles taking on the Guardians, and it's going to be Twisted here. He's on Cleveland. Here's Andrew K. He's on the Guardians. Fernando likes Vasquez's strikeouts over in that Padre game there. Goops, he not going to go anything in this one. And Twisted says he thinks that Cleveland may be ready to make their move a little bit here. Can they be the team to catch? Can anybody catch the Tigers at this point? And Fernando is on the Guardians here as well. And, I'm going to take the Guardians here in this one at $1.35 or so. Man, I kind of like the total here too. Give me the Guardians here at $1.35. It's $1.35, $1.35. Trying to get in position here with you guys, and I guess I'll do it for that game. But I'll go ahead and take Cleveland here. Sugano's had, like I said, I don't mind the numbers. 4.44 isn't great, obviously, but Cleveland here, they're not 500 either, so these Central teams have got to get going. And Terrell, he likes Joey Albert Bell to come back for Cleveland here. He likes Cleveland on the money line. All right, let's go to the next one here. And, you got to wonder, why couldn't the Pirates, or why couldn't the Tigers wait a day for Skubal? And then we have another Skubal-Skeens matchup. But we've got a Flaherty here in this one for the Tigers. We saw Skubal dealing there last night for sure. But, hey, we got Skeens at home, and he's favored $1. He's definitely down to about $1.25 here this morning. Let me update that. A little bit of move on the Tigers here. So, hey, if you like your Paul Skeens at a discount price, maybe today is the day for you. The total is 7. And you're going up against a pretty good team, obviously, in the Tigers here, 20 games over 500. The Pirates are 22 games under 500. These are usually, honestly, these are the games where you go against Skeens, it feels like, right? Although you're getting a discount with him here today, but just seems like these are the ones where, there's like 40 games separating these two teams technically in a way, not 40 games, games behind the standings, but I'm just saying the the Tigers are much the best team here, but you do have, best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in baseball. So let's see how you have it here. Well, we know what we're getting into, but nonetheless, for Skeens here, he comes in with a 2.01 ERA, 9.26 WHIP, 188 batting average against, and a 255 BABIP. Skeens is 4-8 on the season, although 9-11 are the Bucks when Skeens pitches. Just a couple of games under 500 for Detroit here, and Flaherty. They're 6-13 when Flaherty pitches. 5-9 is his record. 19 starts though. He's made all the starts. 4.65 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. I don't know if they're really getting what they were expecting out of Flaherty here, but he's done a okay job for sure. 226 batting average against and a 282 BABIP, but I don't know. It's kind of like where are all the wins coming from the other pitchers, because Flaherty hasn't really been maybe living up to his end of the bargain or keeping up with the rest of the teams here. For the Tigers coming into this one, they have actually lost 6 of their last 7 games right now. We know it was a little bit of struggle there on the road, but right now the Tigers, let's see here, they have won 4 of the last 6 meetings against Pittsburgh. They've also won 5 of the last 7 here on the road against Pittsburgh. The Pirates here have now lost 11 of their last 12 games, so I guess Skeens' the man to turn them around. I mean, he's your stopper, obviously. Pittsburgh, though, has won 7 of their last 10 at home. They feel more comfortable there, obviously. Pittsburgh's gone under in 11 of their last 15 games overall. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone over coming into this one. Detroit's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games on the road. So, okay, let's hear it from you right now. An interesting game, obviously, here with Skeens up against Flaherty. I know that Skeens might be pretty popular here, but let's see what you guys have in this one. Here come the chat all-stars. Okay. Twisted is on Pittsburgh, though. He says when you're getting the Skeens here, maybe at a little bit of a discount, you got to do it. Andrew K is on the Pirates. Twisted says Tigers with some struggles last night offensively. Now, granted, they were on the road, and Latz, well, what can you say? He wasn't awful. NYC Bar says go with the under in this one. It's got to be a bit of a pitcher's duel here, doesn't it? And Twisted says these Tigers, there's no doubt the Tigers are maybe, I don't know if they've been slumping at all this season, but it does feel like we're not quite getting the great, good, steady offense from Detroit right now, particularly on the road. Zach likes the under here. But Twisted's worried about Flaherty and that maybe the Pirates will score some runs. But now, that's what Zach, right? There's what Zach says right there. They'll make anybody look good, apparently, right? And Skeens over here for Fernando. Okay, I gotcha here, you guys. And, I'm going to this Pirates team is definitely struggling here right now. It's just a matter of can the Tigers kind of wake up? It feels like, can Flaherty do it? I'm going to have to take Detroit here in this one. These are the ones I feel like I go against Skeens a little bit in these games. I mean, I really don't know if the Pirates should be favored in these. He's great. I mean, we know he can mow. Here, but eventually you got to get into the bullpens a little bit. No one's pitching too many complete games out here these days. Well, Pittsburgh bullpen, not awful. In fact, these bullpens are pretty even, actually. I'm going to take Detroit today. It's a nerfy for Stop Geo, though, in the game. All right, next up, the Reds are taking on the Nationals here with Brady Singer. He's on the road. He's taking on Jake Irvin and the Washington Nationals here. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. We've seen some offense from Washington. The total here, 9 under 20. Could be 8.5 over as well. For Singer here, he comes in with a 4.32 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 250 batting average against, and a 300 BABIP. He's 7-7 on the year. The Reds are 10-9 with Singer on the mound. Now for Washington, they are 39-60 on the year. Pretty bad here. 100 games in now, and basically 20 games under 500. But with Jake Irvin on the mound, they're 10-10, and he's 7-5. So he's been kind of a guy to, keep him in some ball games. Do a good job. 4.58 ERA, 1.29. The WHIP here coming into this one, 248 batting average against, and a 259 BABIP here. For the Reds, come in here right now with a pretty good streak. They've won 4 of their last 5 coming into this one, although they have lost 5 of the last 6 games against Washington. Overall, the Reds have gone under in 6 of their last 7 games, and they've gone under in 4 of their last 5 on the road. For the Nats, they've been struggling as well, and they've lost. They have been struggling. They've lost 6 of their last 7 coming in. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games overall. But like I said, they do have some wins here over Cincinnati when they've been playing them in this series. Washington's gone over in 5 of their last 6. They've also gone over in 8 of their last 9 games at home. But at 9 under, I'm gonna lower the total here to 8.5 over 20. I want to go over I want to go under in this game. I'm sure over is going to be more popular here, especially with the way Washington has been going. But let's see how you have it here in the chat. Here we go. Find it here. We've got Twisted says take the Nationals on the money line and the over. Okay. And Harrison says he's ready to go on winnable. So Harrison, I want you to pick 1 month. It'll look like it's charging you. No charges will come up because you're going to use the promo code. And Harrison, here's the thing. I'm going to need to get off the air and put your promo code in. Don't do it right now. Do it maybe a few minutes after the show. But your code's going to be Hustler. No, let me say Hustle. Hustle. The code for Harrison is Hustle. Anybody else can punch in that code. It's not going to work because I'm going to shut you down. I don't know. Maybe I'll let you slide. But Hustle will be Harrison's code. And I'm the one that sees all the codes. So none of you go tricking in there. Hopefully Harrison will. Hopefully it says Harrison or something where I can recognize it is you in case anybody tries it. But hustle will be the key, the word. And I'll just need a few minutes here. If I screw up Harrison, I'll throw on more. But we'll get you hooked up for a month, and I really appreciate you, Harrison. Thank you for being a member of the Chat All-Stars, and hopefully I'll pick some winners for you. Like I said, I think the thing with my program over there, and the guys too, we do try to give you some great picks and some great, but you don't have to play every, I play every game, but it just gives you a little bit of a sounding board a little bit. You see who we're on and things like that. So really appreciate it, Harrison. Hustle. All right. Let's see here. Terrell likes the Nats team total over here. NYC Bar does like the under. Twisted and I, not, Twisted. I got you on this one, Twisted. I wouldn't worry about it here on a Monday. Look at some of these odds, some of these matchups. Soon we're going to be kicking some of these matchups to the curb, right? All right, I guess that's it from you guys there. I almost want to do it right now for Harrison and put him, but it takes a minute or two for me to put the code in. So I'll do it right after the show. I'm going under in this one with Cincinnati and Washington. It's funny, Twisted. I do feel a little contrarian today, actually, too. Not that you're on some popular sides, but like I said, the steam came over in this one. The Nats have been going over all the time right now, but I'm actually going to go under here. I like Irvin actually in some of these, the way he's been looking here. Okay, Blue likes the totals today. Here's the Red Sox taking on the Phillies with Walker Buehler. He's on the mound. He's going up against Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler's been awesome, and I don't know. I mean, look, the Phillies, 13 games over 500, but the Red Sox have been hot. They're 7 games over 500. I know they got cooled off over the weekend, but you're going to tell me that Wheeler's a $2 pitcher over Buehler here? This one seems kind of odd in a way, but let's see the way you have it. I know that a lot of expert bettors are still going to try to take the Phillies here, it feels like, on the run line, but let's dive into the numbers a little bit. $2 favorite. I understand that maybe Boston, well, Wheeler. It's Wheeler. I know it's Wheeler. 2.36 ERA. He's got a 9-3 record. Phillies are 13-6. With Wheeler on the mound, that's about 215 right there, isn't it? 0.86 whip, 181 batting average against one of the better pitchers in the league, no doubt about it. For Buehler here, he struggled. 6.12 ERA, but he is 6-6. The Red Sox are 9-7 with Buehler on the mound. Just because you have a 6 ERA doesn't mean you're giving up 6 runs a game. His ERA has been elevated because of the starts he's been kind of weekend. He's given up some big runs. There's no doubt about it. Buehler here, 1.56 whip, 282 batting average against a 3.03 BABIP. Not talking so good this morning. So interesting, right? Just feels like really a $2 favorite. Red Sox in here. I know maybe we're not getting the same Buehler as we have in the past, but look, his last couple of starts here, I don't know if they've been totally awful, right? They've Red Sox won both of his last 2 starts here. For the Sox here, they come in having won, still 11 of their last 13, despite a losing weekend. Boston's won 4 of their last 6 on the road. They've actually beaten Philadelphia in 4 of their last 6. They've also beaten Philadelphia in 5 of the last 7 games here in Philadelphia. The Phillies, meanwhile, they've lost 4 of their last 6, although they've won 11 of their last 16 games at home. Phillies here have gone over in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. So let's see how you have it here. I know that Wheeler's great. Buehler, not so much. Here we go. Phillies for Andrew in this one. He likes them to win. Blues on the over. Fernando says the Red Sox will smash in this one. Goops says Phillies. Twisted leans to the Sox. And let's see here. NYC Bar says Phillies at plus 1.5. NYC Bar, is that? Or you meant minus 1.5? I want to make sure I get that right. I mean, the Phillies at plus 1.5, or I think are at minus 400 today. Fernando's on the over. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I don't see many other plays coming in. I'm not sure I can pass on Boston on this run line today. Let me see what the run line is. I'm sure it's about minus $1.15 or so. It is. I'll take Boston here plus a 1.5 in this one against the Phillies. How can I not with this price? Okay, next up, here's the Yankees And the Blue Jays. Wow, we got a big time series here this week. Let me make sure. Pardon me. Here we go. I'm going to look at this price. $15, $20, 8.5, under 20 for sure. The widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. Look, this is a big series. We know that. The Blue Jays currently in first place right now in the American League East. They do have that lead over the Yankees currently by 3 games. Boston 5 games back. Tampa Bay 6.5 back. Toronto's at home here. That's big, right? And for the Yankees here, Carlos Rodon, 3.08 ERA. He's 10-6, 1.0 whip, 184. Batting average against a 2.28 BABIP. This should be good. Gausman here, 4.19 ERA, 1.15 whip, 2.28 batting average against a 2.70 BABIP. We know Gausman can be better than this, but hasn't been an awesome season so far. But the Jays are 11-8 with Gausman on the mound here. The Blue Jays are playing out of their mind. Every time you look up, they're putting that jacket on. They've hit some more home runs. Vladdy's going deep. Springer's hitting them out of the park. These guys are looking great right now, are the Jays. Coming into this one, Toronto's won 14 of their last 17 games coming in. They've won a winning streak here at home right now. They've also beaten the Yankees in 4 of their last 5. They've beaten the Yankees in 5 of their last 6 games here at home. Toronto's gone under in 8 of their last 12 games. They've been getting good pitching. They have gone over, however, in 17 of 25 at home, but it could be that they're more comfortable offensively as well. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. 5 straight have gone over when these two teams have met in the Dome. The Yankees come in having won 7 of their last 10 games overall. And I say that because they've also been struggling on the road big time of late. They've lost 12 of their last 16 on the road. So will that kind of change things today when you head on the road in such a hostile environment against a hot team? And like I said, they've struggled here for sure. Yankees have gone over in 14 of their last 17 games, and they've also gone over in 9 of their last 10 games on the road. Which way is this one going to go today, chat? This is the game of the day. This is the series of the week here for sure. All eyes on Toronto today. Here they come. It's going to be blue is on the Blue Jays here in this one. Twisted says he's got the Yankees money line or maybe their team total over in this one. NYC Bar likes the Blue Jays on the money line. And the Jays were celebrating the sweep last time. Will the Yankees be angry? Blue says over, over, over here. I got to agree with that. I'm going over in this one today with Rodon and Gausman. Give me the over, Toronto and the Yankees tonight. Can't wait for that one. All right. Next up, we got the World Series preview between the Angels and the Mets here today. The Mets, $2 favorite here right now. I knew it'd be down here. It's not $2. Let's call it. I think we can go conservatively $1.80, maybe $1.85. But the Angels have played well enough that I don't know if we could consider the Mets $2 favorites right now at this point. The way they're playing, right? This total is dropping. Despite the fact the widely reported steam did come in on the under, we're starting to see some 8 over 20s right now. It feels like it's almost a head fake, or maybe it's going back the other way. But look, the Mets have been in a funk, no doubt about it, and the Angels have done a nice job, as we continue to say. I know it sounds ridiculous. Keep pumping this team up because they're a game under 500, but it's been a good run for the Angels, and they're a profitable team. They're up 9 units this season. Tyler Anderson gets the call, his first start after the break here. He is just 2-6, but here's the thing: the Angels are 12-7 with Tyler Anderson on the mound. He's 2-6 overall in his 19 starts. So, he obviously keeps him in the game early, and then the Angels score late for him. That's all. I mean, there is no other way around it when you see numbers like that. He's got a 4.34 ERA, 259 batting average against, and a 283 BABIP. So not only are they scoring for him late or scoring whoever's in there, they're scoring a lot of runs late. It's real interesting. For sure. For Kodai Senga, he's 7-3 with a 1.39 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 199 batting average against, and a 256 BABIP. He's almost overlooked as a one of the best pitchers going, it feels like right now. I mean, he's had just 14 starts. Maybe that's part of it. But he's 2-12 to the under Kodai Senga this season. Wow, how about that? What do you have here in this one? I mean, you do have a Angels team here with getting a pretty okay price, it feels like, on the run line today at minus $1.30 or so. That's kind of where I want to be headed here. I kind of want to take the Angels. I don't know if I trust the Mets right now the way things are going. They're just not playing well. And the problem is they got to turn around because they're neck and neck with the Phillies right now. Half a game back in the standings here currently. Mets, I mean, this is no time to be screwing around here. But let's take a look more in depth at how bad it's been right now for the Mets here, and maybe Senga can be the stopper that they need. The Mets coming into this one with their little bit of struggles here for sure, but let me talk from the Angels' perspective here real first. The Angels have won 4 of their last 6 coming in, but just 2-4 in their last 6 games on the road. Also, the Angels have won 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams overall. You got a Mets team coming in. They're coming in off of a win, but they were on a 3-game losing streak before that. The Mets beat the Reds 3-2 yesterday after losing the first 2 games of the series. It was at home, and the Reds were winning the game until late, and then the Mets were able to secure that 3-2 win with the run in the bottom of the 8th inning on that what was like an infield single or a fielder's choice or something. It wasn't a spectacular game necessarily at all, but the Mets were able to secure a win, a much-needed win in that one. The Angels beat the Phillies yesterday. The Angels actually won the series against Philly, and now they're going on to take on the Mets, and the Angels might be in first place in the National League East if they were in there. All right, so let's see what you have, though, in this one. The Mets have gone under in 6 of their last 7 when playing the Halos, although the Mets have gone over in 11 of their last 16 games overall, and the Angels have gone over in 9 of their last 10, but Senga's in here. Anderson can be a tricky pitcher, or a good, well, not tricky, but a decent, an okay pitcher. I guess a lot of picks in this one. Here they come. Twisted is on the Angels on the money line. He says that's too high there. Blue says he might take the Mets here, or maybe the Angels team total over. NYC Bar likes the Mets on the run line to get it done. And let's see here. Andrew says Frankie Lindor is not looking too good here right now. Maybe Twisted is coming in on the run line with the Angels today. What did Zach say here? He likes the over. The Angels have been scoring runs, right? No one's questioned the Angels' offense this season. I mean, whatever, they've probably been one of the biggest surprises, this Angels offense, right? This Angels lineup. They've really done a nice job. That's been where there's, that's where their success has lied, right? Look at some of these guys that have been doing a great job, right? Zach Neto, you've got Trout, you've got Taylor Ward, obviously, and Joe Adell. And I said it on a show yesterday that Joe Adell has been kind of the key guy there. Now, I think Shanwell will be out of the game possibly today. He left the game with a wrist contusion after getting hit there, and Lamonte Wade had to come in. So Chanel's been very, very good. He's been key to this offense, but he may miss the game here. He's never been on the injured list in his young career, but he did leave the game yesterday, and I would have to say pretty questionable here in the game today. Okay. And Frankie's 0 for 21. Oh, my goodness. That's bad, huh? Okay, let's see here. Terrell says, yeah, one guy who, he might be overdue, but man, even O'Hop has done a pretty good job, right? I thought he had some decent. He did have a hit in the game yesterday, and had a couple of hits. He had that triple in the first game of the Phillies series. All right. Well, I got to take the Halos here for sure. Give me the Angels on the run line in this one. Well, the Giants are taking on the Braves here in a matchup of two maybe disappointing teams. We still have the Giants 4 games over 500. Birdsong in there today. 20 appearances, 9 starts, 4-3 record, 4.11 ERA, 1.41 the WHIP, 239 batting average against, and a 284 BABIP for Bryce Elder here. Hasn't been good. 3-6, a 5.65 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, 287 batting average against, and a 319 BABIP. Don't know why Bryce Elder would be a favorite in this game, but he is. And right now, it is down to $1. I think we can call it $1.30, maybe even $1.25 here. I think $1.25 is. I'm even see $1.20 at some spots. Total here is up to 9.5 for sure. Maybe even slightly shaded to the over as this one continues. It feels like to go higher here right now. The widely reported steam did come in on the over. I'm even going to juice it up a little bit because I'm probably going to take the over as my play on the show. So I like to give a little bit of a tough line there in case you guys are taking my play and betting it. I want you guys to feel comfortable there. Here's Twisted on Atlanta. Haven't gotten into maybe some of the trends with these guys, but thank you, Blue. Great to have you as part of the team there in the chat. I think he's on the Braves here today. Nate had a good day on his video poker. Good morning to Damon Waring. And there's Twisted talking about his Japanese baseball picks. Great job. Like I said, I've been laying off the overseas. I had a little bit of a rough spell in there, and so I've only been betting a few games and not sending anything out right now. I do love to play those games, especially watching the Korean games and get that Prime Video game from Japan every day. I like to have on if I'm sitting around in the middle of the night like I do. Terrell's got a Yurfie here. Fernando's leaning to the Giants here. And I think that might be it for you guys in this one. I got to try the over here with San Francisco and Atlanta today. I've got to go over with these two. Is that a freemium? Feels like it, but I like the over here. I'm just not sure of the side. I mean, I'm not going to catch me on Atlanta, I don't think. with Elder as a favorite. Okay, let's continue on here with our major league schedule today with the White Sox taking on the Rays. You've got Sean Burke taking on uh, Shane Baz here, and you got Baz, a favorite. I don't think, well, yeah. Yeah, in fact, Baz is even higher. Let's call him. Yeah, 220. I'm going to go up to 220 with Baz here. Uh, that doesn't seem like a very satisfactory price here. We know the White Sox have been, not looking great here, but uh, and the Rays, yeah, they've been getting it done. But man, come on, $2 here. The White Sox have at least put up some wins here, right, of late. They are 4-6 in their last 6 games overall. They've actually won 5 of their last 6 road games. They're on a 3-game winning streak. What's going on here? The White Sox shouldn't be $2 favorites, man. These guys are hot. They just swept the Pirates, and I think did we? I'm not going to check back. I know we had them in 2 of the 3 games there. The last 2, I think. I don't know if we had them in that 10-1 game, but nonetheless, the White Sox 3-game winning streak coming in. They've gone under in 14 of their last 21 games on the road. They've gone over, however, in 4 of their last 6. Not only the White Sox have a little bit of a winning streak, they also play well against Tampa Bay. They've won 5 of the last 7 games overall, but those are mostly at home. In fact, they are just 1-5 in their last 6 games at Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay's lost 5 of their last 7 coming into this one. And in fact, they were on a losing streak, remember, but they did win the series here over the weekend. Let's give them a little bit of credit in that series over Baltimore. They won the first 2 games. Baltimore won yesterday. But still, Tampa has lost 5 of 7, but won 17 of their last 25 at home. But hey, White Sox have played a little bit better than the Rays of late and when facing each other. So let's see what you have, though, here. Baz with some decent numbers for sure. He comes in with a 4.17 ERA, but a 1.25 whip and a 239 batting average against. The Rays are 12-7 with Baz on the mound. For Burke, he's 4-8, but the White Sox are 7-9 with Burke on the mound. I think that is a better percentage than their team winning percentage, if you know what I mean. 4.36 ERA, 1.40 whip, and a 251 batting average against, 277 BABIP coming into this one. These teams are mostly under teams, the Rays especially. They've gone under in 56 of their 96 games here so far this season. They've gone under in 4 of their last 5. I'll go to the chat, but I'm going to take the under in this one with the White Sox and the Rays with Burke and Baz. Here we go, chat. And it's going to be the Rays for NYC Bar. Twisted says the rent is too damn high. Blue is on the White Sox team total over. He says, if you would please make sure you hit this like button. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Jermaine is a Baz first 5. I think that means take Baz there on the first 5. Sox on the run line here for Twisted with me. I'm on the under. I'm on the under. Make sure you check me out every day, you guys, on a YouTube show, Cover the Spread. I'm joined by top handicappers Rod Zawacki and Al Ninos. And check us out. Cover the Spread on YouTube. We got a strike the other day, and our show got canceled for a day. I don't know what we did wrong, but we're back. Check us out on YouTube, previewing games every day. In fact, this was the one we previewed. So please check out the videos there. Cover the Spread. All right, there's Jermaine. He kind of likes Boz there. He says the Wizard of Boz, but I think Jermaine knows I'm the man behind the green curtain. All right, let's see what else we got here. The Athletics are taking on the Rangers in this one with Jacob Lopez taking on Jack Leiter. That seems like an okay game, actually, here today. The Rangers at 500 record here right now. They really got to what can you say? The Rangers got to get it going here at this point. They're 7.5 back of Houston here right now, and maybe they are underachieving, but they're going up against a left-hander here, and that's not their strong suit. That's for sure. The Rangers are one of the worst teams in the league against left-handed pitching, with a 6-17 record against left-handed starters. The widely reported steam came in here on Oakland. In fact, this price is way down from this, I believe. This is I typed them in overnight, and right now I think 125. That even might be a little bit low. In fact, if anything, I kind of wonder if, and I know I'm sure that the Rangers against left-handed pitching has to be the part of this move. I'm gonna look at the injuries here real quick too. Maybe somebody's out for Texas here. Burger's going on the disabled list today. I don't think it's going to make a difference in 35 or 40 cents for burger time. Do you guys? Total here is down to 8.5. Let me flash the line up here again now with this current line here. It's definitely down to $1.25 now. It almost is like making the Rangers almost affordable despite that bad record. Here's the thing. They're still going up against a poor team, right? That maybe in the early part of the season we were saying, the A's are doing a good job on the road, and at home they're struggling. They've started to feel a little more comfortable at home and maybe being exposed a little bit on the road. That makes for an interesting situation. Lopez is 3-5. He's got that 4.20 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 244 batting average against, and a 3.16 BABIP. For Jack Leiter, he's 5-6 with a 4.37 ERA. He's also got a 233 batting average against, 269 BABIP. Those are pretty good numbers for sure coming into this one. So let's see what you have. The A's are still 12.5 units in the red this season. 17 games under 500. They've steadied the ship, but still they allow 5.5 runs per game, and that's what you've got to overcome. You can talk about the left-handers all you want, but still you got to, once the A's still got that weak bullpen. All right, for the A's coming into this one, currently they have lost 17 of their last 25 games on the road, but they beat Texas in 5 of the last 6 games between the two teams, and those 5 of those 6 games did go under. 7 of the last 10 here in Texas between the two teams have gone under, although the Athletics have gone over. Almost caught me there. Athletics have gone over in 6 of their last 7 games on the road. Texas here right now, they've won 5 of their last 7 games overall. They've won 4 of their last 5 games at home. They've gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home, and they've also here gone under in 4 of their last 5. Wait, they were just at home. Did I just duplicate the statistic? They were at home, right? I got to check now so I don't feel like a fool. Yeah, they were at home. Oh, they were at home for 3 of the games against Detroit. Okay, well, that makes sense then. The stat's fine. Okay. Anyway, so why the reported steam obviously came in on Oakland on the Athletics here. We're going to stop saying Oakland here. The Las Vegas A's. Let's go to the chat. And Nate's trying to cover the spread. Okay. Let's see if we got any plays here. We've got Twisted is on the A's on the money line here. And Jermaine, he says, you know where I'm going? I'm going to Kurt's Chili's to have a big game here today. Jermaine should bet on one of those markets where you invest in the player. And they'd have Kurt's Chili's every game. Thank you, Blue. Thank you for your contributions today and your picks here. Nate says he's going to go A's to score first. And Jerry likes the A's team total over here against Leiter. All right. Hey, I'm going to go with the under, though, in this game, you guys, with Lopez and Leiter. Look, like I said, the A's, we know they're not great, but the Rangers in that poor record against left-handed pitching should suppress the run totals there a little bit. I'm going to go under in this one. After all, it is an A's game. A Rangers game at home. All right. Hey, next up, the Royals are on the road. They're taking on the Cubs. And Noah Cameron, he's on the mound here against Ryan Brazier here, the former Giant, remember? Who else? I mean, this guy's been with every team, hasn't he? Has he been with the Giant? I almost got to look to see how many teams this guy's been with in his career. Oh, he never was with the Giants. Okay, he's been with the Angels, the Sox, and the Dodgers. Of course, he was with the Dodgers last year, right, on that title team. So we got Brazier here. He's just an opener, though, for the Cubs here. Looks like a bullpen game. Brazier's made 18 appearances here. What is this, a Dairy Queen? He's got a 1.04 ERA, 9.23 whip, and 217 batting average against, and a 277 BABIP. He's been part of that Cubs bullpen that, look, the numbers aren't awesome. They are a top 7 or 8 bullpen here for sure, but they got a couple of guys that are really having outstanding seasons. But Brazier is the opener here. But Cameron really has pretty good numbers, 12 starts, 3-4 record. The Royals are just 4-8 with Cameron on the mound, but 2.31 ERA. He's gone under in 9 of his 12 starts. He's got a whip of 1, a 190 batting average against, and a 218 BABIP in 12 starts. That's pretty good. Pretty good numbers here for Cameron in this one. And yeah, maybe because it's a bullpen game, you see the Cubs here at about $1.45 or so. The total has dropped here to 7.5, almost a full run drop, actually. And maybe that's where maybe I'll be headed, because I do like the under, but with the way the line dropped here a little bit, and of course we're in Chicago and the line and the total 7.5, so we're not affected by any weather conditions or big wind or anything. The wind is blowing in at 7 miles an hour, and the temperatures are in the mid to low 70s. Is it starting to cool down here in the middle of July, you guys? What's wrong with the temperatures here? Let's see what you guys have in this one. I'm probably just going to go under, I think, in this game. Let's see what you have from the crew, and take a look at some of the numbers here with these two. we know how it's been going for the Cubs here, right? They've won 4 of their last 5. They've won 7 of their last 9 at home. They have beaten the Royals in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams, although the Royals have actually won 4 of the last 6 games here in Wrigley. Cubs have gone under in 4 of their last 5, but over in 9 of their last 13 at home. 12 of the last 18 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including 7 of the last 10 here in Wrigley, but that's about a 5-year sample size. Kansas City here has lost 4 of their last 6 games. They've gone under in 16 of their last 24 games overall. Here comes some picks from the chat. All-Stars, Royals 4, Twisted. And Nate's going for some dilly bars in there. Damon's on the Royals. Nate's on the Cubs run line here and the over 5.5. So he's going to shade it there a little bit and get that price going. Cubs run line and over there today. All right. Well, I'm on the under, and that's okay. He bent it down to 5.5. So I'm going under here with Kansas City and the Cubs. All right, we got a few more here, and then, man, the show's over. It's baseball. We just do the baseball pretty much. We'll find some other things. They're playing, if you've been watching the basketball tournament, that's what it's called, the basketball tournament, right? And they got some more action today in the basketball tournament. They're playing for that $1 million. So we saw some teams advance yesterday, right? Like the All Good Dogs from Indianapolis and Boeheim's Army from Syracuse and Best Virginia. How about some of these team names in the basketball tournament? I bet a few of them. I've looked at the rosters. I haven't given anything out or sent anything out. Maybe by the next round or two, we could do that. You see some old guys you probably recognize there, and the games were all over the Fox Sports networks yesterday, and they're going to continue today with 6 more games. But it's all about the baseball here, and this is what we're talking about with the Cardinals and McGreevy on the mound here. He's up against Austin Gomber. For McGreevy here, he's got a 4.22 ERA, 103 whip. Only made 3 starts so far this season, so just getting going here with his season. For Gomber here, 6 starts, he's 0-3. Rockies are 1-5 with Gomber on the mound, a 5.65 ERA, 1.6 whip, 320 batting average against. Got the Cardinals here right now about $1.50, $1.55. The total is 12 under, showing some 11.5s, but mostly 12 unders out there right now. And let's see how you have it. I mean, Cardinals are pretty desperate here to get rolling, right? Currently 8.5 games back of Milwaukee and Chicago in the division race. So feels like it's now or never for the Cardinals. You're playing a team. You should be able to win a few games here on the road, but it can be tricky for the Cardinals here. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They've lost 8 of their last 9 on the road. It hasn't been good. They did take the widely reported steam here, but they have won 4 of the last 5 trips here into Colorado. They've won 4 of the last 6 between the two teams overall. Colorado comes in having lost 18 of their last 25 games. They've lost 17 of their last 23 at home here, but they've gone under in 5 of their last 6. They've gone under in 8 of their last 11 games at home. So let's see what you have here. This feels like I don't know, there's some mediocre games on the schedule. This feels like one of them. But let's see what you have here. It's not like the Rockies, it's tough when you're 50 games under 500 to find the gumption to play the Rockies. But I will say this, for all we've talked about, the Rockies, they don't cover the run line either, usually. But you know what? Neither does St. Louis as a favorite. here we go. And we got some picks here with hi, Billy Siegfried in the chat. Nice to have you today. Good to see you in there. Here's Damon on the Cardinals today. Twisted says Rockies money line here. Yeah, the bummer about usually I would take the Rockies. I probably will take the Rockies on the run line, actually. Twisted did take him on the money line there. Billy talking about it, the Halos there. And yeah, they're not great, but like I said, Bill, I'm okay with what the Angels have done this year. Look, they're never going to do anything, it feels like. So Terrell says FanDuel doesn't even, they're a book that doesn't even give you the score there. They didn't want to pay for it, maybe, Terrell. And let's see here. Jerry likes McGreevy, but can't do it in Coors here. Colorado at home this season, they're still just 12-37. Oh, it's tough. I know, man. It's tough, isn't it? What is the Cash Cane? Hello. Nice to see Cash Cane in the chat today. And Billy says, why can't Artie Moreno just sell the team? Maybe that would turn things around, right? Okay, I'm on the Rockies here on the run line today, plus a run and a half at, I think, minus $1.15 or so. Next up are the Brewers taking on the Mariners. Now, this seems like a pretty good series here right now. Man, the Brewers, how about it? How about what's going on here? We got Woodruff here, 2 good starts so far, 2.61 ERA. The Brewers are now almost 20 games over. They're 19 games over 500 right now. Woodruff with a couple of nice starts. The Brewers won them both, going up against George Kirby here. A 4-4 record, 4.5 ERA. Kirby hasn't quite kicked it into gear like I was expecting, I guess, here. Right now, the Mariners are up to about $1.25. You got to move them up at least to $1.25 here. And the total is, it's pretty much, it's actually gone up a little bit. I guess I'll call it 7 under 15, but it might be 7 flat here right now. The widely reported steam came in on the under, but it seems to be going back up a little bit. Let's see what you guys have here in the chat with the Brewers and the Mariners. Good series here, huh? Like I said, Brewers right now battling it out for first place with those Cubs. The teams are tied with a 59-40 record right now in Seattle. But had a good series there against Houston. They trailed just by 4 games, and they're at home right now. And let's take a look at some of the streaks for the teams here coming in. You do have the Brewers here on a winning streak, no doubt about it. Also, they've won 5 of their last 6 on the road. They've beaten the Mariners in 6 of the last 7 meetings, including 4 of the last 5 here in Seattle. But the Mariners are coming in pretty hot, too. They've won 5 of their last 6 games coming into this one, and they've won 5 of their last 6 games at home right now. Mariners have gone over in 8 of their last 9 games overall. Milwaukee's gone over in 5 of their last 6. Maybe that's why the total's climbing a little bit higher anyway. Still, Mariners haven't necessarily fared well against Milwaukee, but let's see what you've got here. Interesting
Critical
series
notice.
for sure.
System play.
Here we go. We find the plays here. I think Fernando, he's our Brewers expert, and he's on the over here in this one. Cash Kane likes the Brewers. Oh, but he likes the Mariners money, so he likes a 1-run game, I think is what he's saying there. Terrell says Nerfy here. These teams don't hit well in the top of the lineup. Great stat, Terrell. That's great job right there. We'll see. Anything can happen, and not only that, I think you got two decent starters here, right? Brewers run line and under for Jerry there. And let's see here. Cash Kane says Woodruff, his third start now. The first two were good, but the Mariners bats can maybe get to him here. And Fernando says that Seattle smacked him around last time. Cash Kane says this is Kirby finally to get a shot here, maybe to pitch a good game, huh? And a nerf piece for Stop Geo as well. All right. I'm going to take the Mariners here in this one at home. I think at $1.25. I'm okay with that. Pretty good game. I know the Brewers have the best of this series, but I'm going to go with Seattle in this one. A couple more here and the show will be over. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam. We've got the Astros here with Colton Gordon into the start. I thought this was going to be Valdez. Anybody saw me there on the cover of the spread show? I thought Valdez, but then it was a change there yesterday, and Colton Gordon gets the start against Zach Gallen here in this one. But, well, the Astros right now looking pretty good here, and Zach Gallen not so much. So let's see how you have it here with these two. You've got Gordon here, 4.67 ERA in 10 starts. He's 3-2. Astros are 7-3 with Gordon on the mound. He's got a 1.42 WHIP, 300 batting average against, and a 340 BABIP. Not great numbers for Gordon here, but Gallen comes in with a 5.4 ERA. Whatever happened to Zach Gallen? 1.37 WHIP, 254 batting average against, and a 291 BABIP. Gallen has he's struggled, that's for sure. For the Astros here right now, they come in having lost 7 of their last 9 games overall, but they've won 7 of their last 10 on the road. They've actually beat Arizona in 4 of the last 5 games here in Arizona between the teams, and 5 of the last 6 games overall. Astros have gone over in 9 of their last 13, and 5 of their last 7 on the road have gone over, although 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Arizona have gone under. For Arizona here, they're looking pretty good here of late. They've won 4 of their last 5 games coming into this one. They're on a 4-game winning streak following the sweep there over St. Louis. They really beat up the Cardinals in that series at home, outscoring them 22-7 there. But with Houston coming in here, Houston's struggling a little bit right now, but let's see what you guys have. I think I know what I'm doing here. Like I said, I was taking Houston with Valdez. I'm probably going to take him with Gordon too. Here we go. Action Jackson. Nice to see you today. Billy went with Seattle. He likes Seattle in that one. And Billy wants to pass a law. If you can't produce a winner, you got to sell the team. Here's everyone smash this like button, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Fernando's on the over here. And Cash Kane likes the over there. A little bit of steam coming in right now. Let's cover it, shall we? I'm on Houston, by the way. I'll still take Houston. Look, I'm on record taking them with Valdez, but mostly was kind of picking on Gallen here a little bit. So give me Houston as a dog in this one. What's the run line here, actually? Oh, minus $1.70. Okay, forget it. We're on Houston money line. Hey, Red Sox and Phillies had some steam coming on the under in that game. It was 8.5 with Buehler and Wheeler. It was juiced to the under, I know that, but still it's kind of weird, right? You have Wheeler a $2 favorite. I know they're in Philadelphia. Yeah, we get a few more runs in Philly, it seems like a lot of times, but that total's down to 8 now between Boston and Philly. I mean, come on, you got Wheeler in there. You'd think it would be maybe a lower score, right? All right, let's get it moving here right now. And our final game of the night is going to be the Twins and the Dodgers. And we've got Festa going up against Otani. And, well, Otani stretched it out to 3 innings last time. You know, he may never be a 5 inning pitcher this season. I don't know. Now, look, it's been just a few starts now, and he is stretching it out more and more with each start. So I guess he could go later. This is his 6th start now. He pitched 3 innings last time. For Festa here, he's got a 5.25 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 245 batting average against, and a 292 BABIP for Otani here. He's got an ERA of 1. That's it. 1. 778 WHIP, 167 batting average against, and a 238 BABIP. I don't care how small your sample size is. We know this guy is a dynamo on there, and that feels realistic to me. Maybe maybe he gasses it out, so maybe his numbers are a little bit better than they would be if he was pitching even a little bit deeper, right? You're always going to get a little more fatigue, give up some runs eventually. Right now, they're probably pulling him out of the game while he's still at full strength for the most part, but both teams are losing propositions. Funny enough, the Twins, despite 3 games under 500, are minus 14 units. The Dodgers are 16 games under above 500. They're minus 13 units. So, but again, the most interesting thing about this is the fact that the steam came in on Minnesota and has driven the Dodgers down from minus 220 here to minus $1.70 or so. Like I said, I'm trying to see if we can't determine if there is some type of injury here. We know that the Dodgers had Freddie Freeman leave the game, and what it feels like to me is that Freeman will not be able to play in this game. He has a wrist injury. He is listed as questionable. I don't think we have it officially, but I think with that big drop there, I think that is a major factor in the move. Now, could also be, I don't know what else it would be. I don't know. Let me update the line on the screen. Sorry about that, fam. Let's call it $1. Well, we'll call it $1.70. I mean, there's a few books that are a little bit over $1.70 here, but there we go. There right now, but that is a significant move. Freddie Freeman is not 50 cents in a lineup. We know that. So I don't know. I don't know what else maybe to attribute it to. Help me out in the chat if you think you know why they're on this huge move. Maybe you think it's creating a bit of a discount here for the Dodgers in this game. I don't blame you if that's what you thought. All right, go over a few notes here on the matchup, then we'll get out of here. Thank you very much for joining me here today. For the Dodgers here, they come in now. Obviously, he was struggling still. Maybe that's part of it too. Dodgers have give me a moment here. Okay, I thought we had maybe some breaking news, but not. Okay, sorry about that. For the Dodgers here, they've lost 10 of their last 12 games. They've lost. They're on a losing streak at home as well. Having some issues here, obviously, right now. It's not affecting them necessarily in the standings. They still currently lead the National League West by 3.5 over my Padres, and 6 games over the Giants. So, hey, Padres have separated themselves a little bit for now from the Giants here. Dodgers have beaten Minnesota in just 14 of the last 16 games, maybe dating back to the 1965 World Series. I don't know. These two teams did meet in the 1965 World Series, by the way. Dodgers have won 8 of the last 9 games at home. coming in. And the 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams in Dodger Stadium have gone over. Twins in a bit of a struggle right now. They've lost 6 of their last 8 games on the road. Coming in, they've also gone under in 7 of their last 9 and under in 6 of their last 7 games on the road. I got to go under here in this one with Minnesota and the Dodgers. Let me hear from you right now and see what you got with Minnesota and the Dodgers today. And then the show is over. Thank you very much, everybody, for helping me out here. And let's see. Billy says some people just aren't cut out to own a baseball team, I think is what he's saying. All right, so let's see here. Jermaine says, you got Marte back in the lineup after that one-day absence there. He likes the team total over. Fernando's on the Dodgers on the run line. Cash Kane says they'll bounce back after getting swept by the Brewers. Yeah, a little bit of a different team coming in here with Minnesota. And Billy says, why does Philly lose to bad teams, right, and beat good teams? Here's Keith Just Truth. Nice to see Keith today, and he likes the over in this one. And Billy says, what's wrong with the Dodgers right now? Why are they looking so bad? Here, SF Niner says, what else can we look at today? Like I said, what are we going to look at today? We've got the basketball tournament. There is some tennis in Washington, D.C., I think is interesting here. WNBA returns tomorrow with a 5-game card. Make sure you check out my WNBA show with Ron Crawford and I, Justin McKelvey and I, Solo Malone and I. We get together every day to preview the WNBA games. So check that out before tomorrow's games. We'll have it up there tonight. Billy says, what's going on with Snell? And Billy sees it like I do. We were talking about that yesterday, right, Billy, with the WNBA. They've got that money and the shirts there and everything, and a lot of people just don't understand what's going on. But look, this is a different league now than it was just 5 years ago for sure. Okay, but SF Niner says he doesn't agree. He thinks it's a terrible brand of basketball. Says that they do not deserve the pay. All right. And they do have a tough time making a layup sometimes, don't they? Okay. Anyway, I made my pick on this one on the under with Minnesota and the Dodgers, and I think the show's over. All right, it's going to do it here for the morning steam show. Like I said, we got some tennis out there from Washington. We're here in the States now for some of this action, right? We get ready for the U.S. Open here coming up real soon. So I don't know. That's about it for the morning steam show. Even the soccer card is a little bit bleak today, but you got some action from Argentina maybe if you're interested tonight. But I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific with more morning steam. We'll preview the Tuesday card, including that WNBA. Got Mikey Money here tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. And you can catch our plays over at winnable.com/Ramon. Check me out over there and check out our guys. This is where we're putting forth our efforts here. Moving forward with the picks here, and you can get my picks today in Major League Baseball over at winnable.com/Ramon. And of course, Harrison the Hustler, he's got his promo code HUSTLE. If anybody else uses that promo code, well, maybe you'll get away with it for a day or two until I look at it. But Harrison, his code is HUSTLE. And let's do the contest today. And of course, use the promo code STEAM to save on those packages. Let's do the promo. Let's do the new contest. Who's going to be the next guy, the next person to cash in with me here? Hopefully I did it right. And hopefully we got it going, ready to go. Only 21 commenters today? Okay, let's run the contest. Whoever wins the contest, well, you're going to win my winnable package for 1 month over there. I get you just want to get everyone signed up. Love making picks for people. Let's do it. See who wins today. Damon, AOD, Bill, Zach, Cascade, Twisted, Fernando, and it's going to be Action Jackson. Action Jackson gets the picks for a month. Thank you, Action Jackson. Boy, by the time the month's over, we'll have 30 people signed up here possibly. Or you know what, if you win twice, I'll just extend you. I want all of my subscribers to have access to the rest of the plays here, at least to try it out. And we're getting into football season, so I know there'll be more subscribers, and I'll make a little more money off of the subscription. So let's give a bunch away. It's not about that. It's really about the labor. It takes, some time to handicap. We all know it takes time to handicap, right? But to punch it in and have all this set up with the Winnable company. So please consider subscribing. But Action Jackson gets one free month. And you know what, Action Jackson, if you're out there, you know what your promo code is. It's Action. So I'm going to make a promo code for Hustle, and I'm going to make a promo code for Action. Who else wants some adjectives out there for their I don't know, is action adjective really? I don't know if it is. Okay, but anyway, Action, enter in the promo code Action. He'll get a 1 month subscription in there. I'll have a bunch of promo code. Maybe I should just change it to, we're going to end up changing it to like a contest or something, and then I'll just screen the people who entered in. I mean, I'm the one that takes care of it all. So thank you, Action Jackson. Appreciate your coming in every day as well. He's got his. All right, that's going to do it for the morning steam. We'll read a few more comments here. Take that off. Move. Oh, there we go. What a terrible producer I am. Okay, there we go. We're back, and that's it for the show. Let me read a few more comments in there and see what we got. Billy and SF9er not agreeing there. It's fine. SF9er says Caitlin is okay, not great. She is, I don't know. I think she is one of the best female basketball players in the world, actually. Billy and I. SF9er. I think SF9er just doesn't like women's basketball. That's all. I don't mind SF9er. I still am a fan of yours. But it is, like I said in the comment, people say, oh, how would you compare it to Europe? And the WNBA is far and away. Not just me. I mean, if you kind of listen to the people who really follow it, is a elite league compared to the other leagues, whether that's good or bad. Let's see here. Steam. Then maybe that's what it should be. Well, we've already got that promo code, right? So, okay. That might be it from the crew. There it is, Harrison. I'll put it in there. I don't know if Action Jackson caught it. So, Harrison, you're in there. I'm going to I was going to change the promo code here to, because then I'd have to do it every time. So, Harrison, hopefully you're listening right now, and if I screwed up, we'll take care of it tomorrow. The promo code for the winning people in the thing is winner. Winner. Winner is the promo code, Harrison, please, if you heard that. Let me see. Maybe I can even enter it in here. This is the promo code for anybody that wins the contest. And now, if your name or your email address is not the same as your screen name, folks, when you come in here, make sure you tell me so I can look for it. There should only be one winner a day, so I'll be able to know. Lovable, you can win the contest like Action Jackson is here, and you win 1 month of Ramon's plays, okay? And the promo code will be winner. Now, all of you can go in and enter the code winner. I'll figure you out. I don't know. I might let it slide. I don't know. But the people who win the winner, win the contest, get 1 month of the plays from me on Winnable. And I know Mikey's doing a contest too with I think he does just 1 week. But you know what? His plays are more his cost is more than mine. He's a champion handicapper, and I'm your everyday guy here. So, all right, we'll figure it out. That's gonna do it for the show. I'm gonna go fix that, Harrison, right now. We'll have it in 5 minutes. I bet I'll have it up there. If not, it'd be 10 minutes. I'm gonna go do it right now. Winner is the new promo code for everyone that wins the contest. It'll be winner, because you were a winner of the contest, and I'll be screening you guys. Make sure you don't. Not that you wouldn't matter. If someone does it, I'll probably let it slide. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for more Morning Steam for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.